contrasting emotions. In Mumbai, the most entertaining knock and the most unbelievable knock was played by Glenn Maxwell. You saw Afghanistan were absolutely shattered, Australia ecstatic. 7 months later, cricket is the ultimate leveler. Mitchell Marsh's Australia were undone by an inspirational effort from Afghanistan. Rahmanullah Gurbaz, Ibrahim Zadran, Gulbuddin Naib, you may say Naveen ul Haq, Rashid Khan, all of them chipped in and ensured Afghanistan took revenge against Australia, their first win in the T20 setup. And also, if you look at it, international cricket, it was truly a momentous, remarkable occasion. Afghanistan had gotten the better of Australia, and in the post-match press conference, Mitchell Marsh looked ashen. He did not have answers to certain questions, which shows that Australia, if they have to turn it around in the next 30 hours, it may be a bit too much for them. Looks like Australia have hit the roadblock at the worst possible time, and looks like the T20 World Cup is slowly slipping away like a silken fabric. Because the first obvious question that was posed to Mitchell Marsh in the post-match press conference was on the fielding. Australia dropped 5 catches. In the league stages, they dropped 7. If an Australia team drops catches, they are made to pay. It has happened in a lot of times. When they field better, they are one of the best sides in the world. Just see the 2023 World Cup final. Inspirational fielding that ensured that India were under the pump. Now, when the question about the catches was asked, Mitchell Marsh said, "We pride ourselves in the fielding. We did not execute it. It played a part in the loss." Out of all the things, Marsh he freely admitted that the fielding was a problem. And that is what is the major factor that led to the loss. 5 dropped catches. Scotland couldn't make them pay because of the big game inexperience. Afghanistan made them pay. The other dodgy decision was leaving out Mitchell Starc. Because the power play ensured that Afghanistan at 100, they got to a target close to 150. Australia knew that they were facing an uphill task. Why did they leave out Mitchell Starc? Because the strike option was gone and Afghanistan capitalized. Marsh stated, when you make a decision like that, it is termed unlucky. We will pick a team whom we think we can win the game. Ashton Agar was outstanding. Marsh felt that in those conditions, Agar's bowling suited it better. But leaving out Starc meant that you carried a big risk. Today, that gamble did not pay off for Australia. And that is why, losing Starc, Afghanistan had the better power play. Australia didn't. Did Arnesvale surprise Australia? Did the pitch there surprise them? Marsh insisted no. We knew what we were up against, because he said nothing surprised us today. We knew what to expect from the wicket. We did not execute it. When it came to batting, when it came to fielding, Australia were really woeful. The wicket did not deteriorate. It was even for both teams. Balls did keep low. But the Arnesvale wicket traditionally has been the most difficult one to bat in the West Indies. And that's why you look at the scores, you look at the strike rates. The highest, when you look at a team that has played over 10 balls, when a player has played 15 balls, it was 144. That was how difficult batting was. So that is why the pitch had nothing to do with it. Execution of the Australians was the problem. Now on the power play. On this, Marsh had absolutely no answers to it. He had to think, how do I answer that? It was a good question. He stated, in T20 cricket, if you're 3 for 30, you're behind the game. I don't think the game was lost in the power play. That is Marsh's assessment. But if you look at it outside of the playing field, 100 for no loss in 15 overs, 30 for 3, when you look at it 6 overs, you are playing catch up. And that's where you lost it in the power play. Now, Australia's fate hangs on how they play versus India. The most intimidating thing, because India are out for revenge after what happened in November 2023. Yes, it won't be a proper revenge. A proper revenge will be beating Australia in the final of a World Cup in 2027 or in any ICC event, final. But now, they face India and Australia know if they lose, they are eliminated. We just need to win, and there's no better team to do it against. Now, many people are misinterpreting it as overconfidence, or maybe Australia are taking India very lightly, or they have taken Afghanistan lightly. I don't think so. He's acknowledged that there's no better team to do it against. India are one of the best teams in the T20 World Cup so far. They are the best teams. Looking at the short history, it brings the best out of the guys. The contest that they have had against India, it does bring the best out of the Australians, and they'll be hoping that something of this happens, because it's now done. One loss, eliminated. Afghanistan, if they beat Bangladesh, they are out. So that is why Australia will be wondering that dodgy call at the toss. Marsh's captaincy will then be under the scanner, and one golden generation of Australians probably might have had their final run in an ICC event. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. Bye-bye.